back in the main chamber. Let's head in the direction of the treasure. Did I want to do that? Also just, Oh, I thought that was jiggle lag at first. No. No, it's not. Love the detail in the statues, though, on the busts. I think it's supposed to be the, different versions of Sheogorath, because Sheogorath does appear differently in a lot of the different games, so... This is more so his... I want to say that's his Morrowind appearance, or the first one was his Morrowind appearance. I think this is the Oblivion bust that you see of him, and then the middle one was the more stylized Skyrim-ish one. Okay, you're a little strong. Well, not super strong, but I'm gonna want to heal up. Oop, I missed you. Yeah, I am slightly allergic to fire. Who would have guessed? It's one of those really pesky allergies. Oh, man. There's not even an allergy pill for this. How terrible. There we go. I've been waiting for you. I've been looking for you. Ever since I stepped inside, ever since I entered the ruin, I knew you were gonna be somewhere. And voila. I found you. Yep. Cast iron pot. Oh, nope. Not the pot. The heart of disorder. Key of C sharp. Like C sharp in music? That's what I'm gonna go with at least. That's what I'm guessing at least. Ore vein depleted. I'm actually curious how much I have. Amber 17, Madness Ore 12. Okay. Oh, we have even more. Yeah, let me just get as much as I can. Did the statue move its head? I think it did. It was facing this way before, wasn't it? I could have sworn it was. That or I'm just really losing my mind, which is entirely possible as well. I feel like I'm being watched. What can I say? Yeah, so I'm really wondering where some of these passageways lead. Oop, alright. I will probably swap back to Shadowrend in a moment, but I know that I'm also getting at least a little bit more defensive capabilities with my shield. But we're gonna collect everything that we possibly can. I am playing this on my Anniversary Edition install, which has all of the Creation Club packs, so because of that, I have the compatibility patches for Shadowrend, for the Staff of Sheogorath and all that. Which they're all optional, it really just depends on what you have. If you only have the free Creation Club packs, he just went through the floor. Oh, and he's back. If you only have the free Creation Club packs, like Fishing, Saints and Seducers, and Rare Curios, you'll still be able to play the mod in its entirety. But then you might not have all these same optional weapons that you can get that can also be used as artifacts of the Shivering Isles. Okay, so we went in a little bit of a circle that way. I'm just gonna, you know, pop down here real fast, see what's going on. I'm waiting for it to still be the pot, though. I'm waiting to give him the Heart of Order. He's like, no, not that. What do you have in your back pocket? Is that a pot? Yes. And he's like, oh, thank you. Okay, I'm going in circles. Here's the thing. If that is what happens, don't give me any credit for guessing that, because it might just very well be that I remember it and don't realize it. I'll tell you when to give me credit, but certainly not all the time. You did move. You were facing that way before. I'm on to you, weird statue man. I do want to see where this other exit leads, because we had a secondary exit. We did have the exit past the Grummites that way. I'm just going to check down this corridor once again. I don't think it really leads anywhere, and... okay. For a second, I thought the stump in the middle was a dead gnarl, and I thought that I was going to have gone in a circle again without realizing it. Yep, alright. This does loop all the way around. In that case, we are good to go. I'm actually really curious to see where this other exit leads us, and it might even be locked. It might be a hidden entrance that we could only get to by going through the rest of the ruin in the first place. Oh, okay. Because the quest was to go to the Drowned Ruin. So we went through the entrance to, what was it, Zelvav? Zelez? Listen, just because I was in it doesn't remember what, that doesn't mean I remember what it was called. But yeah, so we had two entrances for the same ruin. We went in the way that was probably closer, but not necessarily the one that was intended. And down you go. Alright, let me see where we are. Oh, okay, so we started up there. We came out down here. Which actually, this is closer to Seize the Moon too. So, went a little bit out of my way, but I mean, it meant that I got to see everything as a result. I'm wondering, this wouldn't necessarily make any sense, but I'm wondering if maybe this only works outside? No, still no Patema. Well, let me try and talk to her. Let me see if I can talk to her, but I would have assumed that getting the teleport book would be all I need. I guess we'll find out in just a second. I could have swam across, but I just wanted to take the bridge, as as moist as it is. Now, show me the bugs. Because he has bugs. He has bug friends. I don't see his bug friends. Maybe it's all in my mind, which would also make sense for him, frankly.
You come to browse my wares, yes? So few come to trade these days.
Is this the treasure you were looking for?
No, no, no! Useless! Well, not to you, perhaps, but it can't block the lunar frequencies!
Then what was it that you actually wanted?
Wait. I smell it!
Yep.
The scent of metal! You have it! Praise! Praise!
Yep, okay. Once again, don't give me any credit because I was probably just remembering it.
Yes! The moon screams
There
are
he
muffled.
goes. There it is.
My mind is safe. 1,000 thanks to you.
Don't mention it. I'm gonna keep the Heart of Order then, alright? And you're gonna teach me how to smith the ore.
Yes, yes. Take my journal. Within is all my knowledge of working the ore. It will teach you. It will teach you to be just like me. Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, that's what I always wanted.
Watch your back. There are things out there.
Apparently not bugs, though. Apparently we're still, working on that. Madness, I know you to be a flexible breed, one congealed from the tattered minds of dead heroes. Unlike Amber, I would bend and bow you like a sinew. I would beat and hammer you, stretch and fold you. Damn, this is kinda kinky. Knowing that each blow would callous your skin and sharpen your teeth. But Madness, oh Madness, you charm me with your edge. From you I would forge a knife to cut out Sheogorath's tongue and use it to lick the dust off my anvil. Oh, how happy that would make all of us. Yep, that really taught me everything, didn't it? Now, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough Madness ore to make everything that I want, but I can at least get started. But we do have to return to the Shivering Isles anyway, just to keep the quest going. Yeah, I only have 7 Madness ingots, so I could... Oh, yeah. I can make the armor and not much else. I'm gonna make the chest piece and improve that. And then we'll go back and we'll do everything else too. With improvements, I can get it to exquisite at 150, so yeah, that's gonna be good. That'll be enough for now. But mark my words, by the end of this, I will have a full suit of Madness armor. Oh. I will say that with the
council my father provides the
with the golden pieces I have, with the golden helmet, the golden arms and everything, golden gauntlets, it's still a good look for me. Still works out, at least for right now. I do really appreciate that you can just return to Skyrim whenever. If anything, it works out really, really well, just in case you are, you know, in the middle of the questline and you need to do something else. You need to go back to level your smithing to get other materials and whatnot. Because you do have Theodore and Seize the Moon as merchants, as vendors, but they might not have everything that you need. So being able to pop out of the sewers and go back to Solitude, which is a major hub right there, it's just really, really nice. It's really, really convenient. But what we're gonna do, because I know I keep changing what I say we're gonna do, but I'm gonna talk to Dylora and take on her optional assignments first. And the reason I say that is because I'm pretty sure once you get Nerve Shatter, they more or less say like, okay, you're good to go, you're ready to go to the end. So talk to Dylora, do the optional stuff, which will take us to several of the locations that we haven't been to yet, and then Nerve Shatter, get as many of the artifacts as we can, and hopefully get some more Madness or Amber or along the way. Stada said you might have some ideas on how to weaken Thoron's forces?
Yes, I think I might. The Exiles are a collection of 2 different groups, the Priests of Order and the Apostles of Light. Thoron keeps them in line. It's a very fragile alliance. They spent centuries here fighting each other. There is no love lost between them. If you were to make it look like the priests and apostles betrayed each other, it might break their truce. Thoron would lose his little army to infighting.
And how would I go about framing the priests and the apostles? Well, tell me about the priests and the apostles.
The Priests of Order followed Jigalag, the Prince of Order, and Sheogorath's nemesis during the last Grey March. Many of them turned to his side simply to survive. When they failed, and were cast out of the Mad God's sanctuary, they rededicated themselves to the Prince of Order, hoping to find belonging. They wait for him to return so they can rejoin him.
They might be waiting.
As you saw, Thoron wields the Sword of Jigalag, a relic of the Prince of Order. The priests seem to have taken it as a sign of his worthiness.
And the Apostles of Light?
The Apostles of Light are a heretical cult that broke into open rebellion during the last Grey March. They believe Lord Sheogorath abandoned madness itself in the face of Jigalag's attack. This is, of course, a lie. But what matters is that the apostles believe it. Now they rage against his influence, even from their prison. They're unpredictable, even for the Isles. Their prophet, Seater, was killed, and her eye was taken from my lord's staff. The apostles must hear enough of Seater's heresy and Thoron's words to declare him their new prophet.
You say that with such pain in your voice, too. And how would I go about framing them?
Both groups have been working on ways to build up their strength. If we sabotage those efforts and frame the other group, it might drive them apart. Steal a soul tomato from the Apostles' Grove on the coast, and void essence from the priest's laboratory in Stopgap. Burn down the laboratory and the grove, and leave each item at the other group's location to make it look like sabotage.
I say tomato, you say tomato. I honestly have never heard anyone say tomato outside of, I say tomato, you say tomato, you say potato, I say potato. What is a soul tomato?
The Apostles grow them. Quite ingenious, though depraved.
Is it like tobacco?
They've taken the necromantic bindings that tie souls to soul gems and altered them to bind the soul to a plant instead of a crystal.
Not like tobacco,
Through
never
this
mind.
process, they can grow a limitless supply of soul vessels for their enchantments. Though they still rot, unlike gems, which has stopped soul tomatoes from widespread use by the comparatively sane.
So what you're saying is we just need to invent GMOs in the Elder Scrolls. Are soul tomatoes fruits or vegetables?
This is no laughing matter, mortal. Pray your soul does not end up inside one.
Do I wind up in the tomato cairn instead of the soul cairn? Or the soul tomato? Well, you get what I mean. What is void essence? I have a lot of it, but what is it?
Void essence is the essence of the void.
I don't find that particularly helpful. The void is the lack of anything. How can there be an essence of the lack of anything?
You're a mortal. You wouldn't.
You don't have time to explain why you don't have time to explain. Got it. And what is a flesh atronach? I fought a dozen of them, but what are they?
A horrific construct made of elemental flesh. The priests stitch together each one from the choicest cuts of several different bodies, and bind a lesser Daedra to the finished form. They should be engaged only with great caution.
Alright, I'll see what I can do.
Good luck, outsider. We must hope this will weaken Thoron's plans.
I sure hope so. Otherwise, why do it? And... oh, okay. I can talk to her about the merchants I want to do that. Met a strange Argonian peddling goods in the marsh.
Ah, yes. I believe he calls himself Seize the Moon. He's odd, but he means
Well,
well.
that's good.
Unfortunately, he suffers from certain delusions. I suggest you pay them no mind.
The moon! Where you see the moon? I don't believe you. I met a shopkeeper in Mania Hills selling weapons and equipment.
You seem sincere, but there's no such shop in that part of the asylum. Perhaps the air here is making you see things. You should rest that mortal brain of yours a while.
You're concerned for me, but how did I learn amber smithing then?
Farewell.
You just don't want to admit that I'm seeing things. Well, wait, no, she did say I'm seeing things. Never mind. Never mind. Soul Tomato Grove of Insanity, burn the laboratory, burn the Grove of Insanity. Alright. We've already cleared out Stopgap, but let me go up to the Grove of Insanity first. Burn the Grove, steal the Soul Tomato. Let's start with that, and then we can double back to Stopgap since we've already cleared that out. One thing that did finally occur to me, and if anything, I feel like it really shouldn't have taken me as long as it did to figure it out. But, the teleport pet teleports Patema to your side. Yeah, the fact that it cost 0 magicka should have maybe, clued me into the fact that the spell doesn't do anything. It's not that I'm able to summon my bug for 0 magicka, it's that there's no bug to summon. Should not have taken me as long as it did, but alas, here we are, because sometimes I'm a little slow. Suffice it to say. Okay, so I just want to go directly north from here. Just past the corgi shop that apparently doesn't exist, but hey, it means I'm truly going mad, which, you know, was kind of the intention. It was kind of, what was supposed to happen in the end. Now, we can't leave any witnesses, otherwise they'll know it was me. Hi. Are you not angry with me? Are you not gonna be hostile? Okay. I'm just gonna borrow some of your tomatoes, which apparently you really don't mind at all. I wasn't expecting this lack of hostility from you, so I'm sorry about this. Now I'm the instigator. I wasn't expecting the animation for it to play. Oh man, I feel even worse now. Oh, I really am just a murderer. There we go. And we also need to frame the priests. Yeah, go figure the Jarls aren't happy that I'm just out here burning down their home. I'm also taking a little bit of damage. So let me back up for a second. Let me back up, heal up. We'll frame in a second, but kinda need to not die. Oh, the flames already went away. Okay. I was kind of expecting the flames to last a little longer, but I was kind of standing in the middle of them, so I'm glad that they are gone. Void essence removed. It's a calling card. It's to let them know that not all is hunky-dory. That it was a very fragile alliance at best. And with the Soul Tomato, we have what we need to be able to frame the exiles once we go over to the laboratories. So, this was kind of the best way to do it. Or at least I think this is kind of the easiest way to do it. Also, because without the evidence, they're just going to assume it was me. Without any evidence, without planting the evidence, framing them, they're just gonna say, oh, who did all this? Probably the new guy. Probably the guy that's helping the one last Golden Saint and the one last Dark Seducer. See, now Stopgap is just an absolute walk in the park by comparison because, hey, everyone's dead and I actually don't know if enemies would respawn at all. I'm not sure if that would have been enabled for the mod. Alright, now what do we have down here? We have all the oils. So this place is, slightly, just ever so slightly flammable. Just gonna take a couple things, because I see some potions, I see this alembic, which I don't think you can use the alembic, but man oh man, wouldn't that be nice? It's there more so as a callback of sorts to Oblivion, when you would keep an alembic in your inventory and just make potions whenever you want. Now, not as much. We kinda lost that technology somewhere in the past 200 years. Now, I certainly wouldn't want to be down here when I set the place on fire. That's kinda how you die, either from burns, smoke inhalation, or a combination of the two. I see the body just... Oh god, oh. Yeah, it's burning away. Ooh. And let me just leave my calling card, their calling card, the Soul Tomato, just right in the head of your creepy-ass desk lamp. Obviously, it would have been a lot more work, but imagine if you pried open the mouth and put the tomato in the mouth. But that would have required, you know, new models and all that, which I'm not expecting. I just think it would have been funny. Well, I'm glad that we could get them fighting again. Or hopefully, get them fighting again. So we'll go back to Dylora, let her know what's going on, let her know that we have accomplished our task, and then we can set out and find Nerve Shatter. Okay, so all we have is questions about the exiles, but we can't, for instance, tell her, oh, by the way, we accomplished in the sabotage.
I will share
or
what I know.
successfully accomplished the sabotage. Yeah, and those are just the same options from before. I just wanted to double check.
Farewell.
Let me see what Stada would have to say.
Yes?
Could this break the amber barrier? And I thought I had asked about the Wabbajack, but let me just see. I'm pretty sure she says no, though.
The Wabbajack is rather unpredictable. I would suggest a more reliable weapon.
Okay.
If you prove foolish enough to insist, remember that I warned you.
I think I did ask
Let me
her
know
about
when
that.
you are ready to confront Thorin and stop the exile plot.
I think I did ask her about it. It might not have counted for whatever reason. I need a little bit more time.
Be swift. The longer we delay, the closer Thorin advances towards his freedom.
Which means now we'll get Nerve Shatter, hopefully find some more madness or along the way. But I'll just keep my eyes peeled, because I would like to make the rest of the madness armor for myself.